I have just rolled up to the skate park and I am nervous. Today I will be tackling fear. So, this video is about fear. It's not quite as transformative as I was hoping it would be, but I have developed a thorough fear of rolling in, so I'll be using that as my foil here to talk about how fear works, why it exists, and what some strategies for moving through it might look like. Fear is just the anxiety that we feel about experiencing a negative outcome. And it's very powerful. Fear can stop your body, it can start your body, it can cause you to jump or freeze or duck or flinch. It commands your attention. And in order to deal with that, you need some strategies, some ways of using your attention that allow you to focus on something other than the possible bad outcome. I developed a healthy fear of rolling in the same day I learned how to do it, about 13 years ago. I was at a skate park in Nevada where the smallest bits of transition are about 5 feet and pretty steep and kind of gnarly. And there was a great skater there. He was flying off of everything, seriously, front and backside airs over every hip, transfers, disasters on the vert extensions, just everything you could hope for. Guy was amazing. And he encouraged me to learn how to roll in. He made it sound like it was no big deal. I tried it. It worked pretty much right away. I think I had one run off and then success. And I was rolling in left and right. I did it for about a half hour. And on one of them, I was going a little too fast. I overturned my entry and I went straight to flat really, really hard. I had a lot of speed. I hit the ground very hard. I blasted my elbow and my hip, and I hobbled out of there with a grapefruit sized elbow and very little ability to walk under my own power. And it led to significant fear. I have not rolled in since then. That was a long time ago. When I decided that I wanted to overcome that fear, I needed to come up with some strategies. Considering the way fear works is by harnessing your attention and focusing it on the potential for negative outcome, there's a couple ways to handle it. You can, in some way, diminish the severity of the negative outcome. So, in skateboarding, you can wear a helmet and wear pads and wrist guards and protect yourself from the most severe injuries. You can also skate on transition that's a little smaller, so the amount of distance that you would be falling if you fall is less. The speed with which you're going to impact the concrete is less, minimizing the negative possible outcome. The other thing that you can do is give your attention something else to focus on. So instead of letting fear draw your attention to the negative outcome, you need to develop some kind of certainty that you're going to have a positive outcome, some unshakable belief that you can execute the task at hand. A positive mind state is also very useful. So I go to a skate park with some small transition. I'm nervous when I roll up, but I'm determined to overcome this fear. I get there, I set my gear down, I go roll up to the mini bowl, and my body is just saying, nope, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. So I drop in a few times and do a couple of warm up runs, and I'm feeling comfortable enough. I go sit down and I pad up. So, besides minimizing the potential for severe outcome, it's also nice to have the right mindset to overcome fear. So, to have some buoyancy and good clarity of focus. Now, one of the really nice things about a skate park is that there's a lot of buoyancy, there's a lot of playfulness and while I was padding up, I caught this audio conversation that was going on behind me, and it was absolutely hilarious. The language of it is definitely inappropriate for many audiences. The subject matter may be inappropriate. If you want to skip it, I will. I'll try and put a timestamp to where you can pick this back up. But I think I'm going to leave this conversation in because I thought it was really funny, and it shows you a little bit of the sort of skate culture.
Nigga, I'm Superman. What's up? I'm Superman. Nigga, what's up?
Is you Superman? Then I'm Supergirl. Supergirl stronger.
This nigga gay, bro.
That's not being gay. Supergirl stronger.
You could be somebody else. Like,
But what other Kryptonian is there?
somebody else from my planet, nigga. That nigga came after. I don't know.
Zod is dead. All right, fine then. I'll be Doomsday then.
No, man, you're Supergirl. You stuck.
Nah, but I'm
Yeah, you Supergirl, nigga.
I mean, off the rip though, I'm still stronger than like.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
This nigga Supergirl, no matter what.
No, I'm Doomsday.
And I'm okay. No, but I can't. No, this Supergirl, but the Supergirl, nigga, she fine as fuck. Like the one white bitch from the
I'm
Netflix
Doomsday.
show,
You don't gotta
nigga.
look at me. I'm Doomsday.
Me neither. But she's fine as fuck in the pictures I have seen, nigga.
I'm still Doomsday.
I know this nigga won't like it. He like that.
Oh, that is so good looking.
I strictly like white girls. No, I
No,
don't like
I know. Me too.
So anyways, I pad up and I ask one of the guys there if he'll film me trying to learn my roll-in. And the guy who did it, Lolo, is just a lovely guy. Oh, God. Oh, yes, dude. Let's go. And his audio while he's recording me, again, illustrates the sort of camaraderie that happens at the skate parks. Now, it's worth restating that this actual skill of rolling in requires almost no technical ability. All you have to be able to do is ride on your skateboard, drop in comfortably, and commit. It's all about commitment. And I've got all the conditions established. I'm padded, I've got little transition, I've got encouragement coming from behind the lens, I've got a very good situation to get this done. So
we got man Rick on the mic. Sponsored by Skate Juice, man.
oh God.
Yeah.
Get it, Rick. Grandpa Rick got a fucking roll in today.
Yeah!
Grandpa Rick, here you go.
Yeah!
What you talking about?
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All right, one more.
Yeah, get it. Sponsored by Skate Juice, man. Grandpa Rick out here getting it.
Slightly anticlimactic, but I've gotten it done. I've made it through this difficult situation. I do it a fourth time just to make sure I've got it, and I do. I decide while I'm still padded up, I might as well try and tackle another fear of mine, which is rock and roll on bigger transition. So while I'm still padded, I give that a go and kind of get pretty close. I do a bunch more roll-ins.
Yeah!
Again, a couple more tries on the rock and roll. And I feel like I've got this. Like, I've got rolling for sure. No problem at all. Fear has been licked. Super easy task. So I take off my pads.
Oh man, Rick gotta get it, cuz. Go, Grandpa Rick. Get in there. Them old bones in there, Rick. Wait for my guy, he's still killing it. Alright, we're good. Yeah!
I do roll in and rock and roll on the big quarter pipe. It's super thrilling, and I walk away feeling like giant success, like piece of cake. And I get home and I review the footage, and it's a little anticlimactic. It is really small transition. Now, I'd like for this video to be about how easily I tackled my fear and now I've overcome it and I can roll in anywhere. But that is not true. And that is not the reality of skating as an older person, at least not in my case. Obviously, when I was in my 30s and my body was still healing pretty well, I was clearly willing to drop in on this or to roll in on this 5 foot transition that was really steep. But nowadays, the penalties for failure are a little bit more severe, and you don't just heal quickly, and the likelihood that you encounter an injury that's going to limit your ability to skateboard or to do other things that you need to do. Again, in my case, I'm a tennis pro and I can't get hurt too badly or I can't do my job. So I had to sort of confront the reality that a slow progression is better than no progression. I went back to that same skate park in Nevada with the gnarly 5 foot transition, and there is no way that I am rolling into that transition. Not yet. I've got to work my way up to it. So at some point in the future, there will be a video of me rolling into that transition. And at some point in the future, there will be a video of me dropping in on a quarter pipe that has vert. At some point, there will be a video of me airing over coping. I swear. However, it's going to take a while. What I learned from this experience is that you can mitigate the penalty for failure. You can make the likelihood of severe injury smaller. You can have the right attitude. You can have a good environment, and there's still limitations to what you can accomplish in a given period of time. So I'll leave you with this. Little steps towards where you're headed will eventually get you where you're headed. Doesn't have to be a giant leap. Anyways, hope you benefited from this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time. I look forward to doing it again soon.
Yeah!